Plastic bags, they're not great, but we use a lot of them, right? This isn't just plastic bags, this is plastic film, plastic wrap, and they need to go in a place where they're going to get recycled instead of just floating out unmanaged into the environment. So I'm going to tell you how to properly dispose of your special plastics. That's plastic bags, films, and wraps. I'm Amanda Drews for Greener Demeanor, and we're going to talk about drop-off sites for bringing in your plastic items. So plastic bags, like retail bags, the films, so think about like saran wrap, and the wraps. So something that you would find around like a pack of diapers or a pack of your like paper towels or toilet paper. That's going to be your plastic bags, films, and wraps. I'm just going to say plastic bags just to make it easier for the rest of the video. When you're looking at all the different types of plastic that you get, you might think, well, there's so many different types, how am I going to keep track of it? The best way to test that is to stretch it. So you can stretch it in two different directions if you're able to put it in the special plastics recycling. See how it goes both ways pretty easily. Cereal bags are the ones that are probably the least stretchiest, and they can go in your plastics special recycling. So think of all the cereal bags that you've eaten. Well, hopefully you're not eating the cereal bags. Hopefully an animal's not eating it either. But think about all the cereal that you've eaten over your lifetime. And I know for me, it's like I threw away all those bags because I never knew I could recycle them. But now you can, so let's do that. But you can go both ways, except this one tore. You can go both ways, and even though it's a little bit harder on these ones, that's about as kind of thick as you would want it to be. So cereal bags can go in there. Your retail bags that you get at the store, we need to reduce what we use anyways, right? Like that's the higher step than recycling. So reducing the use of these bags is really, really important. Keep some bags by the door that you already have. Don't go out and buy new tote bags, reusable tote bags, because they use up more energy to produce than they're gonna for these guys. But we still don't want to make more of these. So you do want reusable tote bags, but you don't want to have to buy new ones. Somebody will have some out there somewhere. I guarantee you, if you put a message out online, you'll get tons of people like, here, take some of mine. I have 20 of them that I really don't need. So get yourself one of those bags, put it by the door, make it a place that you're going to remember to bring it, or put it in your car. I love the ones that kind of fold up with a little Velcro thing that just slip right into the door of your car, so you can always have that when you go to the store, and it's right there in your car, and you never need to remember to bring your bags with you. But if you can't reduce your use of the bags, or you know what, you forget, it's okay. That happens all the time. When you get the bags, you're going to be looking at them and see the little circle arrow thing down there. That means it's recyclable, right? No, so this is actually the resin code. And on this one, I like this. This is new. It actually says store drop off. So it's telling you, don't put this in your curbside recycling. Bring it to the store to drop it off. The reason we don't want to put them into curbside is they get clogged in the machinery that's used to sort all the other recyclables. And if that machinery gets clogged, it's either going to delay the process of recycling. It could be hours or days, or longer if it breaks. So those other things aren't going to get recycled as fast. And someone's going to have to crawl up there and get into the machinery, which can be dangerous for the sanitation workers. So these get wrapped up in that machinery. You don't want to put any plastic bags, film, or wrap in your curbside recycling ever. That's what the plastics drop off is for. If you don't know where to bring them, you can go to plasticfilmrecycling.org and you just put in your zip code and it'll give you the nearest stores. For us around here, it's Cub Foods, Targets, Walmarts, Lowe's, Lenz and Byerly's. they all have those little stations in the front of the store, and you put them in the appropriate hole. There's a few other things there that I actually never even looked at, which I should. But you put them right in the hole and go on your way. And if you are like me and you have your bag of bags that accumulates things over time, even when I'm trying to reduce, you can take that whole bin top, like the lid, and like take it off and shove your bags in and punch it down and then replace the bag and then quickly run away so no one sees you. But you shouldn't be embarrassed about doing that because you're doing what it's meant to do. That's why it exists there. All right, so you have your plastic bags. These guys, definitely. You can do like Amazon mailers. If you are purchasing from Amazon and you get these plastic mailers, bubble wrap too. These are the ones with the bubble wrap inside of them. So plain bubble wrap can go in there also. But it'll say right on there, these how to recycle info labels are really helpful these days because it tells you exactly what to do and where to bring these materials to be recycled. So that the how-to label on there, and it will tell you if you need to do anything extra. So for these you have to cut off the labels, and I know they're really hard to peel off. Sometimes they don't peel off in one go, so I just cut them out. It's a lot faster than trying to like peel it all out. So this is kind of what ours looks like when we drop them off. You can also do the packaging air pillows, the ones that have the air inside of them, and it says it right on there, deflate before recycling. So you pop those first so that they are the thinner and there's no air inside of them, so they're not taking up room in there. Ziploc bags, these can be recycled with the zip top on them now. That wasn't always the case, but now you can leave the zip top on there. You can cut it off too. That's great. Do that if you have the time. But you don't have to anymore, the ones that slide back and forth too. So the Ziploc, like food storage bags, can go in there. And then also newspaper, dry cleaning bags, like the produce bags that you put your fruit in if you're not already using the reusable produce bags. Those can all be put in there also, as long as they're clean, dry, and empty. So that is one of the requirements of putting your plastics in the special plastics recycling, is that it's clean, dry, and empty. Bread bags are a big one. Maybe just a little cleaner than what this one was. But I also reuse these for dog poop bags too when we're out on walks. At our house, we have one metal plastic bag holder. Here's our bag of bags in our front closet. So we have our usable bags in the back there that I might use for dog poop bags on walks. And then all the things that are gonna go to special plastics drop-offs are inside the basket. We just use the basket now because it looks a lot nicer since it's in the front of the home. And you don't have to have a basket. It just looks a little nicer because it's front and center in our home so that we have it accessible and it's easy for us to remember, like, oh, someone should probably take that to the store now. The other things that they don't want you to do, and this is coming from How to Recycle Info or .info. The other things they don't want you to put in there are the pre-washed salad bags. So the ones where they've already been washed and the whole salad comes in one package. So you can feel the plastic is really like crinkly with that one, and that's not a plastic that they want in there. If it makes that really, really crinkly noise, that's kind of like the sharp crinkly, not the soft crinkly. Like I'd say cereal box liners are like the soft crinkle. This one's like that hard crinkle. They don't want those in there, and they also don't want anything that has been in the freezer. If it's a bag that has been holding food in the freezer, that should just go in the trash. That can't be recycled. They also don't want any biodegradable bags or compostable bags. So that's not gonna work back into the recycling system that they have set up for those plastics. So that's a good website to check out, howtorecycle.info, and it also gives you a really nice visual of what to put on or in your bag of bags. And you can print this out and just have it put up next to your bag of bags, and then your whole family can see, oh, can I recycle that? Yes, I can. And you can also write down exactly where those can be dropped off, or just establish someone in your household that is the one that go to Target all the time or go to Cub all the time. Like if they're going all the time, you might as well put those into one trip. Don't go to the store just to drop those off. Why do we want to recycle our special plastics? Well, otherwise if they get into the environment, they're floating around everywhere. You don't want litter and trash all over your city, and they're gonna break down by photodegrading into little microplastics, which is also gonna leach toxins into the soil and our water. But those little tiny pieces of plastic break down and down and down. The fish eat them, the birds eat them, and even the bigger bags, you might get things like sea turtles ingesting them and thinking they're jellyfish, and they look really similar to each other, so they get caught in their systems and then they die from it. So those are some reasons that we don't want plastic bags in our environment, both for us, our health, and the health of the animals around. Even if it's not near you, you're like, I don't live near the ocean, who cares about the sea turtles? It could still blow to the ocean or get to the ocean somehow. So it's just one planet. It's all connected to each other. So we want to make sure to take care of it. Again, you can go to plasticfilmrecycling.org to find which places take those special plastics for drop off in your area. And if you want to make it fun, link up with another family in your neighborhood or at school or church or wherever and have a challenge. So each month, make goals for your family on how many plastic bags you use, and then compare them at the end of the month, and maybe one family has to buy the other family or make the other family some cookies, or if you want a bottle of wine, and then you share it together, and then everybody kind of wins out, and you can talk about some of your goals that way too. So having accountability and a little competition can make it a little more fun and help you guys with reducing your use of those plastic bags in the first place. If you found that helpful, please subscribe, like, and push that bell underneath in the video, because that really helps me out and it lets me know, hey, I like what you're doing. Keep making those videos and help support the channel. And leave a comment below if you have a good idea on how you guys in your house reduce your plastic bag usage or your plastic film or wrap usage too. All right, thanks guys.